The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of the 7th Region Basketball Tournament starts now.
Good evening, everyone. It is regional playoff time here in Jefferson County, in Oldham County, and all over the Commonwealth. Right here, we are in the quarterfinal stage of the 7th Region Tournament, and the 22-9 Eastern Eagles hosting the 15-15 Seneca Redhawks. And alongside Coach Emeritus Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, when you look at a 15-15 visiting Seneca Redhawks team, you might say, hey, what's been their MO this season? Well, I'll tell you, a slow start, but boy, they have been extremely competitive, and have come on strong in January and February of this year.
Well, they seem to hit their peak, Paul, as you mentioned, this latter part of this season, and you know, they have Jefferson County's leading scorer, and he is a load, and the rest of his teammates have learned to play around him as well. 7th
Region Player of the Year, Kelron House, and then you have the 22-9 Eastern Eagles, and David Henley's team in his 12th season. Boy, this is a patented David Henley team, isn't it?
It really is, and you know, the thing I like the most about Coach Henley is the fact that, you know, it wasn't too long ago. He was up in northern Kentucky. He coached a state championship team, completely different dynamics type of team. He grew up in western Kentucky down in the far tip at Carlisle County. His dad was a former coach, and they just played really slow pokeball. So the big thing about Coach Henley is he's adapted wherever he's been as a coach.
And he's brought it well. Carlisle County, who was the superstar from the 50s that came out of Carlisle County?
Well, it might have been Dave's dad. You know, he was quite the player in himself, so hard to say. I know as late as the mid-'80s, Carlisle County went to the finals of the state tournament, lost to Lexington Henry Clay, 36-33, triple overtime.
Yes, I do remember that game, but this is the start of that journey to Rupp Arena for a state title. It's 3 games in this regional tournament, and then it's 4 to the final opportunity to hoist that trophy and win it all. So from Eastern High School, it's Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar. You stay with us, folks. More to come on our pregame broadcast here from Eastern High School. Stay with us on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hirschhorn Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tradition means values. and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
This is Gary Forrest for Glycod Sports, where tonight it's regional boys basketball action. I'm here with Coach Dave Hensley from the Eastern Eagles, where tonight they play host to the Seneca Warhawks. Coach, win and stay, lose and go fishing, I guess.
That's what they tell me. You know, it's my 27th year of being a high school head basketball coach, and, you know, it's always nerve-wracking. I'm always nervous. Doesn't matter who we're playing. And they got a really good team. They got probably the best player in the region. So we definitely have our work cut out for us. And like you said, it's get it done or go fishing.
Coach, what do you got to do to stop him? I saw him last year. I haven't seen him this year. He's a very good athlete, very good basketball player.
He knows the game well, and he makes tough shots. And he's good on the offensive glass. He can beat you off a dribble, shooting over 40% from the three. I mean, it's a really hard matchup for not just us, but for anybody. And we just want to try to, you know, make him have to work for everything, make tough twos.
What about your end, Coach?
Well, you know, it's kind of like, Coach, how you doing? We just got to go and do what we do, which I think is try to move the ball around and look inside. That's what our strength has been the second half of the season. And we really, really try to stress getting our defense set. We feel like if our defense is back and set, we're hard to score on. And so that's kind of the big thing, I think, is just trying to take care of the ball and get it inside and then get our defense set.
Well, so many people today, everything is dependent on this offensively, but, you know, when you don't shoot the ball well, you better have that good defensive principles behind you. And if you're playing a transition team, you better beat them back before they get there. Huh?
No doubt. I mean, there's a lot of guys that their philosophy is get a shot up, or get the ball down the floor before the defense gets set. And that's really hard when your defense is scrambling. And then you got a guy like House who's going to have the ball in his hands, and if he's attacking a scrambling defense, that's a big problem.
You heard it from Coach Dave Hensley, where tonight his Eagles take on the Seneca Warhawks in regional boys basketball action.
Thank you.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes! For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School, where the Seneca Redhawks get set to take on the Eastern Eagles in the quarterfinal round of the 7th Region Tournament. Alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar, and tonight's keys to the game are presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential with IBEW Local 369. Keys to the game, first and foremost, for the Seneca Redhawks, Gary Forrest.
All righty, for the keys for Seneca tonight, they have very good athletes, but they are small in number. So if you're Eastern, you want to take advantage of that. Other things, everything that Seneca does surrounds house. So they all play off their one really, really good player. And the third key is they want a transition game, up and down in the 70s or 80s.
Now we'll transition our game for our keys to the game, presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential to the Eastern Eagles.
First of all, for Eastern, a little more depth than Seneca. Their players know their roles. We're all the way through the season. They play very well together. Okay, they have an inside advantage size factor-wise. And probably the most important key is they must play good transition defense to limit Seneca's scoring.
Those are your keys to the game, presented by IBEW Local 369 and Coach Emeritus Gary Forrest. With IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. We'll roll along in just a moment here. This broadcast is authorized by Eastern High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. Stay with us, folks. More to come on our pregame broadcast right here from Eastern High School on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
"Holy smokes!"
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
(1965) male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Blind Select,
Not just blinds.
Blind Select,
Not just blinds.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. The Seneca Redhawks on the court with the Eastern Eagles getting ready for this 7th Region quarterfinal alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, when we talk about this Eastern Eagles team, 3 months ago today, and the Seneca team, they played on December 5th, 48-42 win for the Eastern Eagles, a decidedly David Henley type of contest.
Very much so, and for the Eagles to be successful tonight, their defensive transition is going to play an important part of this game.
It's going to be an important part because Kelron House for head coach Leroy Hickerson. Leroy Hickerson in his first season, 15-15. They started out real slow this year. 1 win in the first 7 games, and they've come back strong, Gary. What's been the key for Leroy Hickerson in this Seneca Redhawks?
Well, unfortunately for Seneca, the job itself has been sort of a merry-go-round for about the last 4 or 5 years. One coach will be there 1 year, then they'll change, and then they'll have some philosophy changes and things of this sort. And I think they're just really settling in. The athleticism is there. It's just, who are we playing for this week and how are we supposed to play? Yeah.
Yes, and Coach Leroy Hickerson has done that job for them so far. And with this opportunity, when you have a one-and-done chance, anything can happen, as we well know. Big crowd filling in here at Eastern High School. You got the pep band playing. It's going to be loud and proud for the Eagles as they take on the Seneca Redhawks. More to come on our pregame broadcast. Stay with us, folks, on Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School, where the Eastern Eagles back on the court, set to square off against the Seneca Redhawks. Quarterfinal action, first round of the 7th Region Boys Basketball Tournament. Tonight's starting lineups presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage opening doors for the visiting Seneca Redhawks. At guard, number 4, a 6'3 senior, Kelron House. Also at guard, a 5'9 senior, number 11, Tyron Gray. At forward, a 6'4 8th grader wearing number 12, Preston Wheatley. At forward, a 6' senior, number 20, Terrence Wilson. And at center, a 6'7 senior wearing number 10, Where a Call. Again, that is House, Wheatley, Wilson, Gray, and a call for head coach Leroy Hickerson. Now for the host, Eastern Eagles. For the Eagles, at guard, you have a 6'1 senior. He wears number 5, Andrew Key. Also at guard, a 5'10 senior, very active all over the court, especially on defense. He wears number 3, Tyler Freeman. At guard, the man who controls the game and pace for these Eastern Eagles. He's a 6'1 senior wearing number 4, Jack Donan. And at forward, a 6'5 junior, number 33, Sam Bird. And rounding out the starting 5 for David Henley and his Eagles squad, 6'4 senior at forward, number 10, Sam Locke. Again, it is Key, Freeman, Donan, Bird, and Locke for David Henley and the Eastern Eagles. We're going to take our final break. We come back. It should be about time for tip-off, but before we go, Gary, your notion on how deep this Eastern team, you've got 5 starters, and you mentioned it earlier, they go 4 off the bench, don't they?
They do, and one of them, he might take the place of 2 because he's about 6'11", and he's only a freshman.
And his first name is not Sam, but his last name is, he's 6'11", Precious Sam, and we will see the big freshman for sure in this game. Getting in their final shots, both squads prepping for this first regional tournament contest, and we will return with the tip-off in just a moment. Stay with us on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Glycod's coverage of the 7th Region Basketball Tournament starts now. Tonight's game is brought to you by UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now, courtside for all the action from Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Not just blinds.
Line to rent.
Not just blinds.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School, first round of the 7th Region Boys Basketball Tournament. You got the Eagles Nest down there, Gary, full of students, and they're ready to get loud. And a great rendition. What was that, the French horn? The rendition of the national anthem, solo French horn. And a great presentation of the colors by ROTC students here from Eastern High School. So we've got the starting lineups. You've got, an 8th grader in Preston Wheatley starting. Is 6'4", just an 8th grader. I mean, that's a big deal for a regional tournament.
Very much so, and because he's an 8th grader, that doesn't necessarily mean he'll be at Seneca next year either.
You just never know when you're in the feeder school what happens as you continue along. So, and Kelron House getting introduced, and that kid, 7th Region Player of the Year, as you mentioned, over 27 points per game, Kelron House. Here comes Eastern. They got the home court advantage, so they can do the lights out, and the strobe lights, and the spotlights, and here they come.
And now, Eagle fans, put your hands together for your Eastern High School starting lineup. At one guard, a senior number 3, T.Y. Freeman.
I really like the way Freeman plays. We've got to see him a few times this year. Very active on defense. Donan, another favorite, ball control.
Well, they have the pieces of a very good team, and when you watch them play, they're all in tune with what their role is on this team.
And there you go, the starting 5. And all the while, you had big 6'11" Precious Sam out there, all jacked up, dancing around, running around. His first opportunity in an Eastern Eagles uniform to get in play in a regional tournament game. And we'll see him for sure sometime in this first half. Ready for tip-off. It's Locke, and it's a call. And here we go. A call gets it right into the front court. Out of house. Nice spin move right. Double teamed immediately. Terrence Wilson. There is the 8th grader, the long 3. And that one from the lefty, Preston Wheatley, off. And here comes the Eagles against man-to-man pressure. There's Key. And out of bounds.
Eastern very active defensively and on the offensive end.
Figuring out some movement patterns against this man pressure from the Seneca Redhawks. There's Locke. Moves around the screen from Key. Locke can take it to the rack, but he finds Donan. Donan can't score. Bird with the rebound. He gets big. He gets bit a few times by some defenders, and they come away from it to Seneca. That was Wilson, couldn't get it, but to get the rebound back. Find House. Out to Wilson, his 3, got it. Terrence Wilson, a flat shot, but effective. All warm-ups, he was nailing them.
Wilson looks more like a defensive back than anything, but I tell you what, if he gets those big shoulders in front of you, he's a load to stop.
They stopped him, but they got his own rebound and finished up that possession with a 3. Key. And that's Freeman. Back to Key. There's Freeman. He drives, kicks it back. Turnover, and it is. There's Wheatley. Preston Wheatley almost turns it over. That was Wilson. He finds Tyron Gray. Tyron Gray for 3. Tyron Gray gives the Redhawks a 6-0 lead.
Half court, man-to-man by the Redhawks.
Eastern has yet to figure this out. Almost another turnover. Nice screen by Bird for Key. Key's going to stop and drop a 3. Oh, great move by House to the rack. And that's going to be on Bird, I believe. His first.
Yeah, it's going to be a load for Bird. Having to guard him straight up man-to-man. He's going to have to get some help from weak side because that first step.
So quick.
Oh.
Kelron House gets the first of two. And hits them both. 5-point lead for the Redhawks. Donan gets a little bit of speed across half court. Thought he might want to take it to the hoop, but he decides to give it off to Freeman. Freeman back to Donan. Donan getting in trouble down low. They're going to call it a held ball, so possession stays with Eastern. Very physical inside. Eastern can't be as deliberate against this swarming defensive attack.
Well, I think that's the purpose, that Seneca is really up in them, trying to make them play faster.
Oh, yes, good call. That was Quarterfinal. He got into his body, he got into his arm. He could have called a number of fouls there. Locke got it into Donan. Donan gets it back from Bird. Donan spin move into the lane, and he is fouled on the pass.
Unfortunately for Donan on the pass rather than a shot, so I think they'll take it out of bounds baseline rather than shoot the two free throws.
And that is Kelron House's first, his team's second after 5 fouls for either team. Both teams will shoot 2 free throws in the quarter. Donan gets it into Key. Key looking inside to Bird. Bird getting pushed by, and they're going to stay right there. Yeah, that's an early one. Quarterfinal, Coach.
Well, already 2 fouls on the Dolls, so he'll have to have a seat, so they lose some size inside. Got to play defense with your body, not with your hands.
And the call got caught there. There's Donan, right corner 3, and he buries it. And they didn't quite get the matchup. Drives baseline, does. House, and he can't get it to fall.
Well, Donan got beat on the baseline. Tried to get help. Too little, too late.
Was that Bird second? No, I didn't. No, that was. Bird had the first foul. Someone else got one there. We'll find out who that is. As House hits the free throw. And hits them both. 4-point lead now for Seneca.
Full court, man-to-man. Trying to speed up this Eagles bunch.
All the way to the rack. Go, and Bird gets fouled. Nice. I really like the way Locke handles the ball under pressure and just calmly delivers a finish.
Well, I think they spotted that's the matchup they want, is for Locke to bring it up because he's able to do that, and Bird immediately goes to the block to try to use his size.
He is such a physical player, Sam Bird. Only 5.6 or about 6-7 points a game, but 6 solid rebounds per game as well.
He does so much more on the defensive end, too. Got that nice big wide body at about 6'6".
And he hits them both. From here on now, the Eastern Eagles will shoot 2 free throws on every foul. They get it over, and he traveled to Ron Gray. The senior got a little quick there with his step. Pass into the front court. Can Key handle it? Yes, he can. Over the shoulder pass gets tipped out to Freeman. Freeman with a little bunny from 9 feet contested. War for the rebound comes down to Kelron House. House between the legs, behind the back, left side, spins in the lane to the right. Up and no good. Rebound, Bird. Bird. Who's he going to call it on?
Stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out. They are attacking Sam Bird at every time he touches the ball. They're trying to frustrate him. They know Bird, you never know. He may throw his arms around. But there's the steal from Bird. And he's going to go all the way. And he gets fouled on the way up by Terrence Wilson.
Pretty good ball handling for a big man. Makes the steal and goes coast to coast to get fouled on the shot.
The foul on Seneca's number 20, Terrence Wilson, his second, team fifth.
Every foul now.
33, Sam Bird will shoot 2.
Every Seneca foul will result in 2 free throws in the rest of this first quarter. Long way to go. Not even halfway through. Bird up and good.
Good looking stroke.
Corion Martin, 5'10 junior in for Terrence Wilson. House with the second of 2. And the score, knotted at 10. Bird, another steal. They tried to get it to Wheatley. Bird goes in, fakes, can't get it to go. But the rebound to Locke. Locke kicks it out high. There's Key. Key to Bird, back to Key. Donan, as any good point guard will do, sprints to the ball. Says, I got it. They start that high post action. Oh, good active hands from Kelron House. And a cheap one there on Sam Locke. But it was a foul.
Fouls on Eastern's number 10, Sam Locke, it's his first, and the team's third.
Teron Gray. Left side, good defense by Donan. Donan trying to stay in front of House, his opposite number 4. That 3, straight on. Corion Martin. The junior gets that one to go. There's Locke. Good ball handling down to the block. Oh, nice defense there. And number 15 we don't have on our score sheet. We'll get him at halftime or at the end of the first quarter. That 3 from Martin, no good. Rebound to Key. Here's Freeman. Key fakes it, gives it to Bird. To Bird. Back to Key. Freeman. Donan gets around the screen. Good defense from Seneca, very tough. Oh, nice hands from Seneca. They got the steal, the knockaway, but Key gets it right back. A lot of hacking going on. A lot of arms being smacked, Gary. Terrence Freeman all the way to the rack, and he can't get it to go. Foul on number 13, Corion Martin. Corion Martin with his first.
Well, Freeman, when in doubt, take it to the rack.
And Freeman can do that very effectively. Got quickness and speed. I'm not sure who the head coach is for Seneca, Gary.
This is Hickerson in a white T-shirt.
Well, they generally have 2 of them up off their feet. And I don't know if that's, as Freeman hits the first, and here comes some of that depth. Josh Brock with 157 comes in for Andrew Key. Josh Brock, 6-foot sophomore. I think he's grown this year. Maybe 6'2 now. As Freeman hits them both. Brock, an outstanding 3-point shooter. 40% from distance. But Seneca, terrific first half. 3 threes. There's House. House has great body control to stay in play, and he gets it to Corion Martin. Corion Martin. And it's another 3-point lead up court. And there's Bird streaking. And off bounds off Bird. Bird had that ball, and I don't know how Tyron Gray got his hand on it.
Bird 6'6", 220. Gray maybe 5'7". One extra step, Gray got a hand in there.
He hands it off to House. And House from 25, in and out, no good. Rebound. Not saved. It's saved to Wheatley. Wheatley can't get that bunny to go. He gets it back. There's going to be a foul on Locke or Bird, and that'll be their second. That's Bird. So we should see Precious Sam here in a moment.
It's maybe not a bad time to bring the young one in with a minute to go in the first quarter. But right now, no movement from Coach Henley.
And House gets the bucket. It's a 5-point lead. When Seneca has their opportunities, boy, they take advantage here. Donan wanted that high screen. A lot of two hands being put on the offensive
very much
players.
so. I'm looking for a call just to get them to back off a little.
And Brock can't get that one to go.
Eastern hit a cold spell here right now.
And you got to force them to make that two-hand call. You got to run and cut. I'm not seeing much hard cutting. I'm seeing some movement from Eastern, but
you want to rip the ball through as well to buy yourself some room.
Yeah, and to break some wrists. Because one thing a defender, that's chump defending sometimes. That's what I used to call it. If they want to use their hands, you've got to break their habit. You got to make them foul you. House with 3, 2, long distance, got it, and it's an 8-point lead for the Seneca Redhawks. Kelron House with the 3, the 4th of the quarter for Seneca. They're up 20-12. Second quarter action straight ahead. Stay with us on Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. And Gary, the Seneca Redhawks just put on a display that first quarter. Tremendous, tenacious defense all over the court.
Very much so, Paul. We talked about transition, not only the lead, but what each team wanted to do. Seneca successful in getting an up-tempo game, particularly the last part of the first quarter. They make their last 3 shots in a row. Really playing with aggression.
Lots of aggression. Kelron House leading scorer with 9 points for Seneca. 5 from Corian Martin, 3 apiece from Karan Gray, and there's House again.
Well, 1-4 set for Seneca. They get the ball to House on the wing, and it's 1-on-1.
And it's a 10-point lead for the Redhawks. Eastern. And with another backup. And there is the 3.
Been a while for Eastern.
Freeman.
They had missed their last 5 shots in a row.
And that's Isaac Miller wearing number 2. His job is to contain Kelron House. He gets around the screen from Wheatley. House. And there in front of Isaac Miller, he hits the 3. So it's Freeman and Miller. And nice handle there from Sam Locke. And Kelron House a little anxious from about 28. Locke going to be determined. He drives it to the rack, and he gets hammered there on the left arm by Jeremiah Towns.
Seneca's number 15, Jeremiah Towns, his team first in the second quarter.
Now there's what you call a rip through, right, Gary?
Very much so. He was bound and determined when he caught it. Big rip, left to right, took it to the basket. Got Curry coming back in for Seneca with 2 fouls, so they're only person of size, so it's an early gamble. We'll see how it pays off.
Quarterfinal returns to the lineup. Quarterfinal. Jeremiah Towns, though, gave them quality minutes. They extended their lead with him in the game.
You know, he's going back, I guess, with over-the-year confidence in a call.
In and out, no good. Rebound bounced around, tipped by Miller, but Isaac Miller could not retrieve it. It was picked up there by Teron Gray. Gray starts the offense. Martin moves left. A call. Gray fakes the 3, takes 2 dribbles, and a jump step. Probably walk, but that's Sam Bird. Gives it to Sam Locke. Locke finds Freeman. Freeman stops. There's Bird. His 3. Got it. And a timeout by the Seneca Redhawks. So we'll take a break. 4-point lead for the Seneca Redhawks. We'll take a 30-second break. Stay with us on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back, Eastern High School. Sam Bird with the 3 to close the Seneca lead. It was a 10-point lead. Now it's a 6-point run from Eastern, 25-21.
Well,
Seneca
Eastern
lead.
Missed 5 straight shots at the end of the first quarter, but have come right back out to start this second with 3 straight bangers.
And the Redhawks start their offense. Underneath, Quera call. Jump ball, good call. That was a perfect 10. 10-on-10 crime there, Gary. A call went up, and
Locke did a great job of keeping his body away from the offensive man. So an easy call for the official.
The ball went up into his hands and then sort of came down. He curled over. Nice job all the way around.
Sort of cupped it.
Eastern possession. Arrow now over to Seneca for next held ball. 5 3/4 minutes remain, second quarter. Locke down to the block. Locke with it. And that's what he's probably going to do all the rest with a call on him, right?
I think so. 4 straight buckets, and, you know, now your decision is, do I take a call out? Because it looks like he's afraid of making that 3rd foul.
House was double teamed, and there, Tyron Gray. Tyron Gray with just a sweet stroke, his second 3 of the contest. Freeman kicks it right side to Locke. Locke with the dead-on 3 off the backboard, and someone got thrown to the ground.
Well,
and guess who?
Guess who?
Sam Bird.
Well, that's a pretty good load to get thrown to the ground.
And that's Quer Akal, his 3rd.
Had a man at the bench to check him out, couldn't get him out. And now the one everybody's been waiting to see.
And here's Precious Sam, the big 6'11 freshman. Sam Bird comes out. Heck of a job from Bird. He has 2 fouls, but playing well with those. Terrence Wilson in for the Redhawks, replacing Quer Akal. So a small lineup for the Redhawks and Coach Hickerson. It goes up to Precious Sam. Now it comes down, and look at him attack.
Well,
they swarm and they get the touch.
Big man mistake. Wanted to put it down on the ground. When you're 6'11", don't put it down where everybody else can get it.
House. Calron House with the hesitate to Wheatley, the 8th grader. gets the deuce, courtesy of Kelron House.
Wheatley's got his hands full, an 8th grader guarding a freshman that's 6'10".
Freeman. Good job holding the pivot foot. Precious Sam is down on the block. Isaac Miller, not a threat to shoot from distance. He rolls around a screen. He finds Precious Sam. Precious Sam gets hit. He brings it. But the steal from the Redhawks, Wheatley can't connect. And here comes Locke. Locke. Over to Josh. Oh my, and 3 points. The three-point shooter, Josh Brock, gets fouled by number 11, Taron Gray. So it's his first, team third, 3 free throws for Josh Brock.
Line for the Eagles. Number 2, Josh Brock. He'll shoot 3.
Donan and Bird getting ready to check in. And 2.
In the game for the Eagles, number 4, Jeff Donan, and number 33, Sam Bird. They replace Tyler Freeman and Precious Sam.
Just watching the freshman come to the sidelines, got to be ready to take instruction. Yeah, he might have been fouled as Josh Brock hits all 3, but you got to keep that ball above the head.
Got to chin it.
Yeah.
Keep it up around the chin. Elbows pointed.
Yep, and they won't come near you.
2-3 zone now. Little change. Whoa.
They called a tip. So Kelron House up top. Turn Gray on the left wing. Corey on Martin. There's Gray. Gray's 3 for 3. Tyron Gray. 9 points. And that extends the Seneca lead to 7. Boy, they just keep playing that D and coming up with answers. Isaac Miller fakes, drives, kicks it back out. Bird fakes out to Miller. His 3 off, no good. Probably need one more pass, maybe over to Donan. Getting very physical. Miller on the deflection, gets the steal. He goes up, ball's blocked. And there's Locke on the rebound, gets fouled. Seneca's 4th team foul this quarter. That one was on number 20, Terrence Wilson.
It's a great block by House. Really came out of nowhere and blocked shot by Locke, who's about 4 inches taller.
Reese Asher, number 2, the guard, 5'8" junior. He's in for Terrence Wilson. They called that foul on the ground, so inbounds for Eastern. Bird on the block, out to Brock. Josh Brock comes around to the elbow, kicks it right wing.
I'd really look for Bird as he's got the freshman on him.
And there's Donan. He's got the 8th grader on him as Donan takes that ball from the right wing to the rack with a left-hand flip.
Donan's kind of that silent scorer for Eastern.
That's his first bucket, I believe.
Yep.
Well, he had a 3 early. That's the other bucket he had. And there's Wheatley, his second bucket, the lay-in. On the left wing is Freeman. Top of the key, spins it, and there's Donan. Brock gets knocked offline, and they're going to call a hip check there on Corey on Martin. 5th foul for the Seneca Redhawks in this second quarter. 2 free throws for Eastern.
Team's 5th. And the line for the Eagles, number 2, Josh Brock will shoot 2.
Good job by the officials maintaining, this very physical game.
Very much so. To make it even more, it's fast, physical, and you don't want to blink an eye. This one, you miss something.
Eastern likes that physical part, right, Gary?
Yeah.
It's just not the very
I don't
fast.
think they want, the quickness factor.
Both good from Brock. He's hit 5 free throws tonight. Seneca leads by 5 as we approach 2 minutes to go in this first half. Man-to-man Freeman is on. Kelron House. House in and out. Rebound Bird. Chin it. Hurt and pin it and chin it, baby. Everywhere. Oh, great move. Donan with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Oh, Bird had the ball in his hands, and they called a foul, and that's his third.
I don't know how Bird got that call to go against him. It was like the parting of the Red Sea. I thought he did a great job timing the jump, but
I did too.
It's going to cost him probably for the rest of the quarter with that third foul.
Minute 34. Kelron House to the rack he goes. Corner three. 4 for 4. Tyron Gray. Someone check his pulse. Gary Forrest, that's 4 for 4.
Well, you know, House needs some help, and there it is.
Tyron Gray. 8-point lead for the Redhawks. Cut it to 6. Jack Donan.
You know, you're going to have to get Locke to pick up the slack on the boards now with the other big one on the bench with 3.
And there is a chest bump and a good job. That's only the second or third team foul.
Number 3, Tyler Freeman, his first. Team second.
Team second. First on Freeman. Don't want to give up a cheap one. There is House. Oh my. That is sweet. Spin move, step back, drain it. 40 seconds left. Donan and his Eastern Eagles down 8. Freeman fakes the drive, gives it to Key. Key hands it off to Donan. Donan peels back, 25 seconds. Good patience from the senior leader. He's being hounded there. I love the way Tyron Gray is just handling Donan in front of him. Freeman.
Whoa.
And there's the turnover.
Possession for the Redhawks.
It's an 8-point lead with 8.4. Now they're going to go man-to-man. Miller will check in for Key.
Isaac Miller replacing number 5, Andrew Key.
Teron Gray will trigger it in. Donan. There's Freeman on House. House goes to the rack, but it's stolen away by Freeman as he tried to get the pass to Wheatley. Freeman walked through the scoop and the score. But the Seneca Redhawks with a 6-point lead at the half, 40-34. We'll be back with our halftime programming. Stay with us on Glycod.
The Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Welcome back to Eastern High School, where the Seneca Redhawks are up 40-34 at the half over the Eastern Eagles. A little bit of an upset here, Gary Forrest.
Well, very much so.
Let's look at that. I want to look at that replay. It could have been a little more, but it was Freeman with the steal at the end of the first half to cut the deficit to 6 points.
Yeah, very much so. And if anything, House was probably a little too giving. I thought he probably had the layup. He deferred to a teammate who lost the ball, and Freeman took it to the rack for the end of the half score.
End to end, from one end to the other, Terrence Freeman. And it really about as good a first half as you could want if you're a Seneca Redhawks.
Well, if you're a basketball fan, I know the fans here at Eastern are maybe a little disappointed, but Seneca's come out, and I'm just sitting here going through notes, and I'm checking all things. One of the things they wanted was an up-tempo. They got 40 points here at half, so they created that tempo that they wanted.
3 months ago when these two teams played, the victorious Eastern Eagles won at 48-42. So you talk about up-tempo.
Yep, things have changed a little, haven't they?
They sure have. And this Seneca team enjoying a 14-point lead at the half. When we return, we will have our halftime stats. Halftime stats presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. Stay with us. More to come on our halftime programming from Glycod.
The Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up. How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. Hey, look at tonight's scoreboard presented by Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. You see some of the scores rolling through on the ticker below at the bottom of your screen. And tonight's halftime stats. We've got some halftime stats to put up on our screen as well. Presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. And Gary Forrest, some really good stats. This Seneca team, 14 of 24 from the field in the first half, 58.3%, 8 of 12 from 3, 66.7, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And then for your Eastern Eagles, 9 of 18 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, and 12 of 13 from the line. I mean, they're shooting well. The difference, I believe, turnovers, 8 for Eastern, 6 for the Seneca Redhawks.
Very much so, and as we mentioned right before we came back out, the tempo by far favors Seneca. They wanted it up. Tempo, we got a number change, I think, for the Eagles. I think there was blood on one of the jerseys. They've been trying to get it out, and I think we're going to have a
number
change.
4. So number change for number 4 is number 21 now. Jack Donan, he changed from 4 to 21, and that is the one change they have. So Jack Donan 4 is 21. That is the way to go.
For the remainder of the contest, Eastern's Jack Donan will be wearing number 21. 21, Jack Donan.
Jack Donan, as they just announced, wearing number 21 for the Eastern Eagles instead of his year-long number 4. There was some blood on that uniform, and we start the second half. Seneca Redhawks basketball, up 6. Ron Gray, 4 threes in that first half. Gray had 12 points. Kelron House with 16 to lead the Redhawks. That shot, a little wild from Corion Martin, comes down to Sam Bird.
You're being kind.
It was really wild. And Donan, right side to Key. Key gets around the screen, gives it to Bird. Eastern to Freeman. That's him in the corner. He kicks it out front. Left side, Key. Key gets around the screen. Free throw line jumper. And, boy, he just closed his hand. And it's the least likely guy you want from the outside there shooting a jumper out of the 5 guys on the floor. Kelron House almost loses it. That should be a 3-second call, but a nice job by Terrence Wilson to corral it and put it in.
Well, Wilson, I don't know if you can knock the ball loose with a hammer once he gets in his hands. He's stout.
He is strong. You just think that after about a 45, 50-second offensive possession, Eastern would have got a better look.
Yep.
Key fakes it, hands it off to Bird. Bird probes. Here's Freeman to the rack. Donan, right corner 3. Off, and the ball gets bounced up. And there's Locke. Locke is fouled, probably fouled 2 or 3 times, and that one's called on Terren Gray.
The team's first of the third quarter.
Donan to trigger it in, left side. Bird moves it right. Donan against House. Donan calls for the screen. Locke does a good job with those screens and moving away when he needs to. I wish Locke was on the block. He has about an 8-inch advantage on his opponent, Corion Martin, who is bumping him quite a bit, but get on the block.
Well, I think Locke prefers to stay outside, and that's why Seneca can put a smaller man on him, because he's not taking advantage of his size.
There he goes, and he can't catch that pass, and on the floor, and they get the ball. A bounce pass 5 feet away from a big man is a turnover waiting to happen. And there, Kelron House retrieves it. The loose ball, kicks it left. That 3, that one was almost blocked. And Wheatley saves it, and there comes away Terrence Wilson. And a timeout, Seneca. We'll take a 30-second break. Stay with us. Third quarter action still to come on Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. 8-point lead for the Seneca Redhawks. They have the only 2 points of the second half, and they will possess the ball here again as they called timeout after a long rebound off a couple misses. Kelron House against Donan, gets in the lane, step back, step through, layup. House, dangerous.
Waited and made the defense make the move first.
It's 20 points for Kelron House. Averaged over 27 a game, leading scorer in the 7th region. Donan. The Bird. And tip ball out of bounds off of Terrence Wilson.
Into the game for Eastern, number 2, Josh Brock, replacing number 5, Andrew Key.
And Brock in for Key. Donan to Terrence Freeman. Donan, he got an edge. He lays it up, and he gets knocked to the ground. Donan on those drives, Gary, looks like he wants to get the ball up quicker.
Well, he's trying to flip it, and, he's probably another second or two from really releasing it, but I don't know if it's, he's going for style points.
I think he's trying to get it up over the block, a potential block. But that was Corian Martin's 3rd foul, and Donan missed the free throw. He gets another. Corian Martin with 3 fouls, as is Quer Ecole, who did not start this 3rd quarter, who started the game, but Corian Martin got the 3rd quarter start ahead of it. Donan hits 1 of 2, 9-point lead for Seneca. Kelron House, so much control. Now he has big Sam Bird on him. Shoots it strong, but right there is Wheatley. And they're going to call a good basket on that. The foul was on the ground. How was that foul?
The basket by Wilson is good.
Wow, I'm surprised at that call. Foul was on Donan. And Donan looks surprised. How was that on me? If it was on Donan, it was on the floor. But he gets the free throw, and he can't get that one to go. That was a line drive as Wheatley. You could call about 5 fouls on every possession right now, folks. The physicality of this game. Although I don't like using that word. I don't think it is a word. It's very physical out there. Coach David Henley with his squad down 11. Offense moving very much in a, almost like they're stuck in the mud.
Well, they started the game off the same way. Got down early, fought back, got a lead, lost the lead. And once again, as we start this second half, they've been a little slow offensively.
Need an injection of energy here. Seneca Redhawks. And there he is. Look, you can't play defense like that. There's no complaining, and that's their 4th. That's his 4th, team 4th. Terrence Wilson, why foul 65, 70 feet from the basket?
Well, it's too late. Now, I would go right at him.
Oh, and he did, and he got away with one.
Well, I got to go right at him right now because he got a man at the bench to check him out.
And he got another one, Kelron House.
Kelron House, his 2nd, team 5th.
And this is number 2, Reese Asher, the 5'8 junior. We got 2 free throws because it's the 5th team foul of the quarter with 4:06 to play in the 3rd. Bird short on the first. So Reese Asher in for Terrence Wilson.
Well, enough's enough. You say, Coach, I hear you. Have a seat.
There you go. And it's now a 10-point lead. Seneca leading all game. This young fella, Teron Gray, the point guard, 4 threes.
Well, he's been solid offensively distributing the ball, too.
Handling it. 2-3 zone. Down to the baseline goes House. Out to Asher. Asher's three, no good. Rebound. Locke. Sam Locke. It got pulled down. And I don't know what Corian Martin is doing. You're going after a ball and grabbing body. So it's his fourth. And now Locke will go to the line for two. And in comes Jeremiah Towns. Sam Locke.
Well, this is where Eastern should be making a little room, and they really haven't cut the margin.
They were 13 of 14, or 12 of 13 in the first half from the line. They missed 2 of the 5 they've taken in the second. All 3 points, Gary, in the second half for Eastern from the free throw line.
Yep. But that continues to be the physical play of Seneca.
And now just 3 for 6 in the second half in this third quarter. 9-point lead for Seneca. Ron House into the lane. Quick out. There's Tyron. There he is, Tyron Gray. And look at Tyron Gray's smile. 5 from deep. Making a strong case for player of the game for Seneca. Donan gets it to Freeman in the corner. Tyron Gray stays with the Eagles. Gray tipped it out.
No buckets scored by Eastern this half.
It's been 5 minutes with no field goals.
3 free throws, that's it.
They were 4 free throws. No, 3, you're right, 3 free throws. To the rack goes Locke. There's one, and Locke wanted some contact. He was getting pushed the whole way. Just keep playing, and they'll get the call eventually. Just got to keep playing. Seneca keeps playing hard. 3 from Asher. Got it.
Nice
what
sub.
A great stroke, Gary.
Nice sub.
Wow. Reese Asher. Great form in that corner 3. 13-point lead. There's Brock to the rack. Can't get it to go. 3 rebounders there for the Redhawks. Oh, nice bounce. Oh, he couldn't get it there. Great look from Kelron House. That hesitation to get his man Jeremiah Towns open on the block, but Towns couldn't link up on that bounce pass. Donan picks it up. He goes quickly up court against House. Brock, they circle it around. Freeman takes the step to the rack and lays it up. The second bucket for Eastern of the quarter. 12-7, 5-point edge for the Redhawks this quarter. An 11-point edge in the game. Back to man is Eastern. Kelron House against Jack Donan. House sizes him up. The strength. Down, spin, fade away. That back step. Wheatley punches it out of bounds.
Haven't gotten much out of Bird this quarter.
Eastern looking for a little run here. Anything, 2 buckets in a row. And there he goes to the rack. Goes Locke, and Locke is fouled by Towns. Gary, sometimes you can fixate on your foul matchups, but if you don't hit free throws and you don't make a bucket, that's sort of a tough strategy.
Yes.
At the line for the Eagles is number 10, Sam Locke. He'll shoot 2.
The Eagles 3 for 6. Locke in this quarter 1 for 2 from the line. 1 for 3. Locke, a near 70% free throw shooter on the year. 1 for 3 this quarter. Now 1 for 4. And the Eagles, there's, you wanted Bird. There you go. There's Bird. Gets the board to put back.
Big bucket, maybe get him going a little.
You've left 5 points on the board with missed free throws. And there is the moving screen. And the push on Towns.
The offensive foul on Seneca's number 15, Jeremiah Towns.
And even though they're in the bonus, it's a player control foul. No free throws shot on that.
He replaces number 15, Jeremiah Towns.
Yang in, he wears number 1. Bird gives it up to Donan. Freeman fakes, drives baseline, and they're going to call a charge the other way. Good call. Very, very quick defense. Tyron Gray was right there, matching him stride for stride. Not sure if that was Gray or Asher, but great defense. Gray kicks it to House. Wheatley, the 8th grader. Yang. Nice motion from these Red Hawks. House down to 7, 6, 5. He wants a step back. That 3, got it. And player of the year in the 7th region hits it at the buzzer. End of the 3rd. 12-point lead for the Seneca Red Hawks. 55-43. 4th quarter action straight ahead. Stay with us on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back. Eastern High School trailing by 12 alongside Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar. 4th quarter action underway here. Eastern with first possession. That's Sam Locke. Back door to Donan. Not there. Donan coolly stops. Looks inside. And he can't get it. Great job by House. Ron House with the steal. And these Red Hawks, 11 of 17, Gary, from three-point range, 20 of 35 from the field. They are 9 of 16 from inside the arc, 11 of 17 outside. Donan with the foul.
The foul on Eastern's number 21, Jack Donan, his second. The team's first in the 4th quarter.
Here's the end of the first half replay. There's House sizing up Donan. Step back. Drains it at the buzzer to give these Red Hawks 12-point lead. And to the rack, the finger roll, the quick step and the blow-by. Kelron House. 23 points for House. Timeout for Eastern High School. It'll be a 30-second timeout when we return. 4th quarter action still ahead. Stay with us on Glycod.
Overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Well, a lot of this. Homestanding Eastern Eagles, Gary, down 14 with 7:10 to play. What do they need?
Well, you're going to find ways to play a little faster. Defensively, you have to pick it up, and all those things don't really play into their wheelhouse.
Donan gets fouled as he shoots. He'll shoot 2. Plus, you got to hit free throws.
Yep.
They missed 5 in the third quarter. They were 3 for 8, and all of them were the same thing. They were all short.
The real damage, down 6 at halftime, was when they come out in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. They can't make a basket. They don't score a basket. They only score 3 free throws. And all the while, the Redhawks are expanding to a double-digit lead.
And Donan hits the first, but it's all those missed free throws in the third quarter were the same. They were all front rim.
Let's see what happens if he scores on this. You know, will they look to go full court? Will they look to trap?
And he missed that one long.
Another missed free throw.
And Donan, you know, a 72+% free throw shooter on the season. 13-point lead, under 7 to play. Will the Redhawks try and hold it against this man?
I don't think so. Zone? I don't think that's their nature.
Ron House can hold it. And there's Asher's 3, no good. Rebound to Freeman. Oh, Freeman, you got to go when you get your chance. Terrence Freeman had it. And Bird gets away with a walk. Wheatley pushes. Preston Wheatley, his second, team second. Into the game, Corian Martin and number 20, Terrence Wilson, both of them with 4 fouls.
You know, I don't know if I bring both of them back just for that reason. Bring one at a time.
Donan looking. Finds Brock. Brock on a 3, and that was off balance. And Brock gets the rebound in the corner. Saves it to Donan. Donan looking, probing. Looking for a screen. Between the legs, Donan. There's Bird's or block, fakes. And and they get a break. Sam Locke. Gary, I swear he was set.
Well, I don't think that was a Euro step either. I think that was just a plain old walk.
Wow.
Because he didn't hit on 2.
But this third foul on Ron House. So as they mop up the moisture on the court, or wipe up the moisture, Locke has a chance for a 3-point play. And that would close the lead to 10. And again, I mean, that is 4 for 11 this half.
Well, I'm thinking that Locke is maybe 4 for 8.
And there is a steal. Isaac Miller to the rack. And here comes the pressure. It's a 9-point lead. And there's a timeout by Seneca. We're going to take a full timeout as well. 57-48 is a score. Stay with us on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. The Eagles trailing the Red Hawks of Seneca 57-48. And this segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Thomas Allen at 502-425-8484. Gary Forrest, a nice little spurt here from Eastern, but Seneca still with a comfortable lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and if you're Eastern, there's still plenty of time. You just don't want to get in that big hurry. You know, they put up a quick three a minute ago, missed it, came back, hit a three, but I don't think threes are what's going to bring them back.
Up ahead.
That's what will get them back in the game.
That's where you speed them up, get the turnover. Tyron Gray looking for House up ahead.
See, I think Seneca has one speed that they're comfortable with. That's playing fast.
Too much juice on that. Donan against man-to-man. Lock on the high left. And he could get... That was a block for sure. I mean, you can't get in the guy's way, and that's his fifth.
Seneca's number 13,
Corion Martin, his fifth. Team's fourth. So the next foul on Seneca will mean 2 free throws for Eastern all night. Reese Asher. Corion Martin trying to get his body in front, just not quick enough. And he took a knock there from Locke and went flying. Into the corner to Locke. Brock gets knocked to the ground by Reese Asher again, and he'll shoot 3.
Seneca's number 2, Reese Asher, his first. Team fifth. At the line for the Eagles is number 2,
Josh Brock, 5 for 5 from the free throw line.
Well, that's why he's in there. He's their outside shooter. Usually outside shooters are good free throw shooters. Of course, I just jinxed him.
Again, all of these free throws, short. The only one that was long was Donan, and one from, I think, Locke. There's one. But an 8-point lead still for Seneca. The Red Hawks just 2 points this quarter as Josh Brock hits 2, and there's Terrence Freeman. Knocks it out of bounds. But the key here is stationary inbound passer.
And underneath the basket.
Full court pressure. There's Gray. Gray splits him expertly. Gray. Now Freeman reaches in. Freeman, his second, I believe.
Tyler Freeman, his third.
His third. Tyler Freeman's third, team second of the quarter. Tense action in this 7th region quarterfinal. Kelron House to the rim for his 25th point of the game. There's Locke, catches that pass, and he'll go to the line for 2. And that will be foul number 5 on Terrence Wilson.
The foul on Seneca's number 20, Terrence Wilson.
Where a call will check in.
Into the game to replace Wilson is number 10, Kira Cole.
The officials tried to let as much of this go as possible, Gary. Not that they weren't. It was good. It was aggressive ball. but they can't not call these now.
No.
It's just a little more physical than they can allow. So Locke's
missed
2 for 6 from the line tonight.
I was going to say more than half his free throws.
And there's one.
What? Red Hawks stuck on 9.
They were stuck on 57. Two buckets from House. And there's Locke. Hits 2. House, he's trapped, but he gets through it. Great control of the ball from Kelron House. Oh, but there's almost a steal. Nice job by Gray. House, trapped. Out to Gray. There's Asher. Asher with a 15-footer, no good. And rebound comes down to Jack Donan. Donan dumps it to Freeman. Freeman to Locke. Great job by the Red Hawks, though, to stop the transition. Locke against a call, but there's a 3 from Brock, no good. And the rebound to the smallest man on the floor, to Ron Gray. Foul on Freeman, his 4th, team 3rd.
The foul on Eastern's number 3, Tyler Freeman, his 4th.
Tyler Freeman. Sam Bird checks in.
33, Sam Bird, replacing number 3, Tyler Freeman.
And they throw it into the backcourt. One of your no-nos, Gary.
Yep, that one wasn't very smooth either.
Josh Brock almost got his fingertips on it. There's House. They want him with the ball on every possession. Gets by Donan, finds the big wall inside. He kicked it out to a call, and they reset. Gray. Gray, 5 for 5 from three-point range. And here is team foul number 4. It is on Josh Brock. His first. Kelron House, 78% from the line. Preston Wheatley, the 8th grader, just 57%. Teron Gray, he's 60%. So when Gray or Wheatley get it, you might want to see a foul from Eastern. Block shot by Bird, picked up by Locke, and he can't find Isaac Miller. That is not the usual fast break, a big to a small like that. Sure, Miller wasn't expecting it. Bird checks out, Freeman checks in for defense. I don't know why. This press on the ball, they get it in, there's the trap. Oh, he walked, but they got away with it. Teron Gray gets a hook, and he loses the handle, can always pick it up. Good job, cross court from House to Asher. Now Wheatley, that's the guy to foul, 58%, 8th grader. And I'd start fouling with 3 minutes left. %60 from the line, and there he goes right into it. Held ball. He's possession to Seneca. Is it too early to foul, Gary?
I think you still got a ways, yeah.
Well, the next one will be 2 free throws for Seneca.
But I think it's what you said earlier. You want to pick who you want to foul. Wheatley's the guy, and I'm not so sure Locke wants to foul. I bait the ball into Wheatley's hands.
There's House.
Got to double it out of House.
They go up strong, but he goes up stronger. That's 27 for House. Freeman into the lane. He traveled. Seneca, their supporters feeling it now. 2:25 left. What a performance by these Redhawks tonight. In it comes. That was Quarterfinal. Sam Locke second. Quarterfinal, a 52% free throw shooter, to the line for 2 free throws.
At the line for Seneca is number 10, Quarterfinal. He'll shoot 2.
Quarterfinal in front of the Eastern student section. Good form, but doesn't get it to go.
Good home court advantage.
That's why they play 30 some odd games. One team 15-15. The Seneca Redhawks with a 9-point lead against the 22-8 or 22-9 Eastern Eagles. A call misses both. An extra possession for Eastern. Got to value every one of them. Inside it goes. Donan. And timeout. Eastern will take a break. Eastern Eagles down 7. The Redhawks up 61-54. Stay with us. The stretch run. 30-second timeout. Stretch run on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to the Eastern Eagles Gymnasium here, and Seneca Redhawks up 7. They get it into Ron House. Ron House go to the line for 2. And his 5th foul, Tyler Freeman. Gets a good hand from the crowd. Tyler Freeman, the 5'10 senior. Ron House.
Into the game for the Eagles, replacing Freeman is number 33, Sam Bird.
Sam Bird in. 78% free throw shooter. He's been red hot, hit everything. I think he's got all 4 buckets in this 4th quarter, or all 3 buckets in this 4th quarter. All 7 points for the Redhawks. 28, and in and out, no good. It's an 8-point lead for the Redhawks. Eastern needs buckets and stops in the quick hands of House.
Possession sticks with the Eagles.
Jang, number 1. They're going the whole way to the corner. Miller all the way to the rack, goes and lays it up. And 1:50 to play. Another timeout by David Henley. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. Stay with us on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back. Joe Rogers Court here at Eastern High School. The Eagles down 6 now. The Redhawks with possession. Seneca, an outstanding performance from Kelron House. He had 21 points at the end of the third and 7 more here in the fourth. 28 for the contest from House, leading his Redhawks. And not far behind him, Tyron Gray, but that long pass tipped by Bird, and they're going to call a foul on Bird. Oh, and House took a hard tumble. Come on, get up, Kelron, get up. Player of the year in the 7th region. Can he get up? Were there steps there? There were, but...
Got a replay on that?
Did we get a replay? No replay. Just too far. That looked like a good tip from Bird, but it went right to Wheatley. Wheatley had a layup, so House will shoot 2. House, pure. What a player, Kelron House. And he hits them both.
Didn't touch the rim on either.
And it's an 8-point lead again. 100 seconds remain. Yang can't control Locke. Bird gets it knocked out of his hands. Possession stays with Eastern. Remind everyone, tonight's scoreboard presented by Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. Oh, and great defense from the Redhawks. They could not get the ball in play, so Donan called timeout. We'll take our final break here. 1:32 remaining, 64-56. The Redhawks of Seneca in the lead. Stay with us on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back. Eastern High School 64-56. The Seneca Redhawks, a commanding 8-point lead with 1:32 left. The Eastern Eagles will have to do all they can to come back from this in this one with 92 seconds remaining. Gary Forrest, what's got to be done?
Well, you got to have a little luck if you're Eastern. You got to get the ball in, and somehow you got to force a turnover or a steal.
Out that goes to Locke, and he goes to the rack, and he's fouled and lays it up. A tough defensive stand there from Yang. But Kadim Yang could not control him. So Locke gets the bucket.
Well, you got a choice. You know, you tell your kids, you make it a tough shot, but you don't give them a three-point play.
And Locke, who has been just out of luck from the line.
I know that's 5 misses tonight.
Just cannot hit his free throws. 7 now, 7 misses. He was 2 for 6 after 3 quarters.
Ouch.
And Bird out with his 5th foul. The junior, his final game this year.
will shoot 2.
Want to see what Bird does over the summer.
We got 4 coaches coaching one during this break.
I saw that. And that one is off the mark to Ron Gray. Now he can shoot that 2 steps off the line. He can shoot it from near 3 where he's been perfect tonight. Gray hits the second, and it's a 9-point lead, or 7-point lead. Sorry. Miller drives baseline, kicks it corner, 3 from Locke, no good.
Hit the brace.
Out of bounds. Seneca ball.
So, Seneca will get that ball due to it hitting the bracket.
I guess we'll never know if Wheatley can shoot these under pressure or not. They've done a great job of keeping him completely down the other end of the floor.
And away from the ball, away from the action. House takes some contact. He goes to the bucket, and he gets fouled at the rim. Sam Locke.
Eastern's number 10, Sam Locke is his 3rd. The line for Seneca, number 4, House, will shoot 2.
72 seconds, down 7. House, just such a good player. What a shooter. Kelron House hits them both. 31 points for the senior. Transfer from Ballard. Inside it goes to Locke. Locke backs down Yang, and a final timeout from Eastern. And we'll take a full timeout as well. Stay with us on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Rogers Court here at Eastern High School. Alongside Coach Emeritus Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, it'll take a Herculean effort to get back into this one for Eastern, down 7 with 1:02.
Very much so, and it's not that they haven't had their chances in the second half, but when they look at those free throws tomorrow, they're not going to be happy campers.
They will be shooting lots of free throws this summer, but the Seneca Redhawks, a terrific performance in this second half and throughout the game.
But really,
they get it into House. They get it into House. Foul on Isaac Miller. You were going to say?
The whole thing is this started from the beginning.
Yes.
And we talked about transition basketball. And, Eastern had 40 points at half. And your reminder was earlier in the year.
Seneca had 40.
Excuse me. At the beginning of the year, they only had like 42 for the entire game.
And that's a team that has learned how to play the game. Whatever you want to bring, they got this guy right here, Kelron House.
Well, the supporting cast has had to get better.
And it did a lot better in order, especially to Ron Gray with 5 threes. Donan having to get some points quick. He launches a 3, in and out, no good. Wheatley, the 8th grader, with the board. He's like, somebody get it from me. He finds House to the rack. Can't get it. Leaps high for the board. The putback. Kelron House. Up ahead. Josh. And he can't get it. Josh Brock. Wheatley with another board. Wheatley's going to try and go to the rack, and he charged Isaac Miller. I guess the 8th grader's going to learn someday, Gary. You have the ball. You have the lead. Do not turn it over.
Still pretty composed, though.
Yeah. We weave through the defense. Locke gets that 3. No good. And Key with the 3. He got it. Down 8, but it's just a matter of salting this one away. The Seneca Redhawks, 71-63 winners. And Key's going to get a technical foul for unsporting behavior.
And that's a final. It's the Seneca Redhawks 71 and the Eastern Eagles 63.
Wait a minute, the officials double zero.
This ought to be exciting.
0.5 seconds on the clock.
A technical foul is called in Eastern's number 5, Andrew Key. House shooting the technical free throws.
House hits another. I believe that'll be like 35 for him as Eastern's number 12, Cam Gwaltney, checks in, a 5'7" sophomore. Kelron House, one of the finest performances put on this gymnasium floor in a long time. Eastern with the ball. Out of bounds.
No.
It should be Seneca ball.
Technical foul.
Seneca ball. And that is game over. Seneca 73, Eastern 63. And the Seneca Redhawks will face a semifinal game in the 7th region for the first time in many moons. Gary Forrest, a fine performance from Seneca.
Very much so.
We will come back with our post-game coverage. Stay with us on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. you can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. A little bit of an upset, 73-63 here. The 15-15 Seneca Redhawks now 16-15 defeat the 22-10 Eastern Eagles on the Eagles' home floor. And alongside Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. I want to remind everyone, tonight's scoreboard ticker presented by Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. We see that the Seneca Redhawks will play in the semifinals the St. Xavier Tigers, winners of their quarterfinal game tonight. Now, Gary, when we look at these final stats, we'll look at the final stats in a minute. When you get through this game, the key moments for you from the game for you?
I think tempo. We said to start the game, if Seneca could get an up-tempo pace, and they did with 73 points, it's obvious. And they were able to keep that. And I'm looking at turnovers, and in my stats, I've got them down for 11 or 12.
11.
Okay.
11 turnovers.
When you can play that fast and you're being pressured the entire fourth quarter, you play pretty smart.
And that was, just phenomenal. 11 of 18 from three. Well, we'll get into our stats a little closer in our next segment. But they played the tempo game 48-42 in the beginning of the season. Eastern, 3 months ago today, 48-42, Eastern took down Seneca. But today, a much different story, 73-63. The Redhawks advance to the 7th Region semifinals. Back-to-back state championships in 1963 and 64. Some of the all-time greats. And Mike Red?
Mike Red.
Oh, what incredible. And, of course, everyone knew Wesley Unseld.
Everybody remembers Wesley, but a lot of people, the basketball know-it-alls, they remember a Mike Red.
Mike Red, he was just fantastic. And that 64 championship over Breckenridge County, and who was there?
A guy named Butch Beard, I think.
Butch Beard.
And Dean Hobbs.
Dean Hobbs.
Dean was the coach.
Hey, that's a guy who took a team. I mean, Butch Beard was phenomenal high school and college player with Wes Unseld. But to see them against each other in a championship like that, wow. And that was 60 years ago, the 1964 state tournament. Seneca Redhawks. Hey, you never know. You go on a run, you get a chance. It's one and done time. What do you like about Seneca's opportunities against St. Xavier?
Well, they're playing with house money, as they would say. Nobody really thought they would maybe even be here. They are. They've won their first game. I can remember back in 1987, a young coach that took a team with a 500 record, and nobody really expected him to go any further.
What year was this?
1987. And they went on to win the regional tournament for his first in a few years. But so you never know.
Which coach was that?
Well, you're talking to
And who did you play in that 87 tournament?
Well, we played 3 teams that had beaten us twice during the year each by double figures. Started off with Grant County, the proverbial favorite of the region, and then it was, a team by the name of Shelby County. They were pretty good.
Oh, my goodness.
And a team that beat us in the district finals, Carroll County. And we were fortunate to overcome probably poor coaching and such.
Oh, stop, Gary. And in that tournament in 87, the memorable one with Ballard and Richie Farmer.
Yep.
Clay County won it all. You didn't play either of those teams, did you?
No, we went the first round and out. We played not Bullitt East, but Warren East.
Warren East.
From right outside of Bowling Green. And
yep. Or Bowling Green. There we go.
It was good while it lasted. We were fortunate to go a few times. Never got past the Saturday morning games, but our thing was we were going to get a T-shirt that said, to win the state tournament, you got to go over us. And a few did.
Well, St. X had beaten Seneca on February 20th, just 2 weeks ago. And that score was 89-59 at Seneca. So
sometimes that works for you, sometimes it doesn't.
Right, and we'll take a break. A 30-point that is a 30-point win. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have final stats and our outstanding players of the game when we return with our post-game programming. Stay with us on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blind.
You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School alongside Coach Emeritus Gary Forrest. I'm Paul Najar, and we look at tonight's stats, and the stats brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage opening doors. The final numbers tell it all, Gary. 24 of 43 for the Seneca Redhawks, 55.8% from the floor, 11 of 18 from three-point range, 61%. They were 14 of 19 from the free throw line, 73.7% for the game. Shooting numbers for Eastern Eagles, they were a respectable 50%, 19 to 38. They were 5 of 15 from three, which that hurt them a little, but where it hurt most, that free throw line, 20 of 30 from the line.
Well, you lose 10 points there, and a couple of those could have been the fronts. But the other scenario is they lost points on threes, because when you count made threes for Seneca versus Eastern.
That's 6 points plus 6 points there.
Yeah.
And they're plus 6 on the threes. And reboundings, total rebounds, Eastern had 26, and 25. And Seneca with 22. Seneca with just 11 turnovers, 13 turnovers for the Eastern Eagles. And as we mentioned, leading scorer of the game, just an outstanding performance from 7th Region Player of the Year, Kelron House. He's 13 of 14 from the line, 8 of 13 from inside the arc, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. And that 38-point performance, phenomenal from that young man. He also had 7 assists and 3 rebounds. And my hidden gem here, Teran Gray, 16 points on 5 of 5 3-point shooting, 1 of 2 from the line. They got 7 points from Terrence Wilson, 5 points from Corion Martin, and 4 points from Preston Wheatley, and 3 from Reese Asher on a 3-point attempt. For the Eastern Eagles, Sam Locke led the scoring, 16 points. He had 6 rebounds, 11 points for Jack Donan, and 9 points for Tyler Freeman, 7 for Josh Brock, and 10 for Sam Byrne. He also had 10 rebounds, did Sam Bird. So there's a look at the numbers. Those numbers again, final numbers brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. We'll take a break. Stay with us. We'll have our players of the game announce our most outstanding players, presented by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Stay with us on Glycod.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets.
Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The reason I went to traditional bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod.
Welcome back to Eastern High School. The fans milling about, the defeated Eastern team getting consolation from their fans and family. But Gary, a fine all-around performance from that Seneca squad led them to victory. 73-63 is the final. They will play St. Xavier in the semifinals of the regional tournament at Valley High School coming up on, I believe, Thursday or Friday? Friday. So tonight's Most Outstanding Players presented by State Farm Insurance Agents Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. First, for the Eastern Eagles, we have Gary.
Well, Mr. House, excuse me.
For the Eastern Eagles.
Eastern.
Yes.
Sam Bird, did most of the damage first half, and because of changing of pace the second half, they elected to go a little smaller, but he had a double-double in a little more than a half.
Yeah, 10 points, 10 rebounds for Sam Bird, and he gets our State Farm Insurance Agents, Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison, player of the game. And for the Seneca Redhawks,
well, there's where the house was built. And what an outstanding game for an individual, but who also set the tone for his team, who I think played off of his lead.
Fantastic performance from Kelron House again. 11 of 18 from the field, 8 of 13 from inside the arc, 3 of 5 from outside the arc, 13 of 14 from the free throw line, 38 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, only 2 turnovers, and 1 block shot. Stat stuffer are Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison, State Farm Insurance Agents, players of the game. And I do want to mention as well, without Teran Gray, that Seneca team, his 16 big points, 5 for 5 from 3. Wow, what a performance from the senior guard as well. So there you have it. Our State Farm Insurance Agents, Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison, most outstanding players. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Now we have our upcoming games on Glycod on Wednesday. We will have 8th region quarterfinals at Henry County, Simon Kenton against Woodford County, and at 8 p.m., North Oldham against Gallatin County. Our 7th region girls semifinals at Valley High School at 6 o'clock. It'll be Ballard or Manual against Seneca or Assumption. And Central, after that one at 7:30, Central or Cal against Male or two-time defending state champion Sacred Heart. I'll be at those games at Valley. Gary, I know you're going to be at the 8th region at Henry County, and I'll see you next Tuesday at Henry County for the 8th region championship. You've told me so much about that gymnasium. I can't wait to get there.
Well, it'll be a treat well enjoyed, I think.
Yes, we shall. We'll have a great time there. You have a good night tomorrow night with your games. I look forward to seeing you and be in touch. I'm sure you'll give me scouting reports on all those teams as we move ahead. Folks, stay with us. Glycod, we're thrilled to bring you these 6th, 7th, and 8th region tournament games, and 11th region as well tournament games. Terrific fun, and for Dr. Todd Carter and Who was on camera tonight? I didn't even see who was on camera tonight. That would be, it would be Mike Sumner. Mike Sumner, Todd Carter, and for Sam Bird, our guy down in, I don't want to say Sam Bird.
He was the MVP.
Sam. Steve Bird. Sam Bird was the MVP. Sorry. We got Birds and Sams flying everywhere. Steve Bird, our executive producer for owner-operator of Glycod, Chris Labar. And for Coach Emeritus Gary Forrest, I'm Paul Najar. Thanks again, Todd, for all the work you've done here as producer here on site. Thanks you all for watching. Stay with us. More tournament action in the following days all week long on Glycod. Have a good night, everyone.
You've been watching the 7th Region Basketball Tournament on Glycod. Tonight's game was brought to you by UA Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.